Hello Gators, this is 8-2 trig ratios. This is our day 3. All right, let's take a look at how trig ratios can help us find angles. Let's take a look at this situation. I'm going to look at angle A. You can see I don't know the number of degrees, and I'm going to use the tangent ratio. So I'm going to write tangent, and I don't know the angle, so I'm going to say tangent of A is opposite over adjacent, so that's 3/4. And now I'm going to make that a decimal, so I'll write 0.75. So I know the ratio, but I don't know the angle. I'd like you to look at tangent right here, and I'd like you to look at all these ratios. Between here and here, we have close to 0.75. 0.75 is somewhere between here, which tells me that that angle A is between 36 degrees and 37 degrees. So let me show you what the calculator is going to help us do. The calculator will help us get angle A. So we're going to be able to get how big angle A is, but we're going to have to use a symbol that looks like this, tan inverse, and then 0.75. So when you want to find an angle, you have to use this symbol right here. Let's go ahead and go to the calculator, and let me go ahead and clear everything. And I want you to look over here at tangent, right here, this button, and look right above it. There's a tan inverse symbol. So this is what we're going to have to use. It's blue, so we're going to have to use second tangent, and you can see that's that tan inverse. And the calculator wants us to give it the ratio. So we're going to give it the ratio, and it's going to give us the angle. And then when I enter, the angle is about 36.9 degrees. So this is about 36.9 degrees. And this is how we find angles, by using this inverse, trig inverse function. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice. To figure out the measure of angle A, to figure out this angle, I'm going to have to do tan inverse of 0.5. And then to figure out the measure of angle A here, I'm going to have to use tangent inverse of 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our calculator. I'm going to clear. I'm going to press second tangent to get that tan inverse. I'm going to put a 0.5 in there, and that angle is 26.6 degrees. So this is approximately 26.6 degrees. Now let's do the next one, which is second tan inverse, and that'll be 1. I'm putting the number 1 in, and I'm getting the answer not equal, not approximately, but exactly equal to 45 degrees. Let's take a look at finding the angle A for here. So the measure of angle A, and I want to undo this. I want to find the inverse. I'm asking the calculator to give me an angle. And to give me an angle, I have to use the inverse. And to figure out angle A here, I'm going to do sine inverse. I'm asking the calculator to do the inverse and go backwards. So this is going to be, let's clear. Now to do cosine inverse, you're going to do second, and then you're going to press the cosine button, and then put 0.15, and the answer is 81.4 degrees, so approximately 81.4 degrees. Now let's figure out sine inverse of 0.35. Sine inverse of 0.35, and that angle is approximately 20.5, so it's approximately 20.5 degrees. So this is how we use a calculator to figure out our angles. All right, so let's try to figure out what angle P is. And what we do know is we have an opposite, and we do have an adjacent. So it looks to me like we're going to be using tangent because we have that information. So we're going to say the tangent of P, we don't know what it is, but we're going to be able to figure it out, equals 2/3. So now I'm going to figure out angle P by using this inverse symbol, tan inverse of 2/3. So let's go ahead and use our calculator, and I'm going to clear this. I'm going to do second tan, so that's that tan inverse, and I'm going to write 2/3, 2 divided by 3. The calculator can take a fraction, and then press enter, and the calculator's angle is 33.7. So this is approximately 33.7 degrees. So this is 33.7 degrees. Angle Q will be the complement. So I'll just take 90, take away, and I can just use the previous answer. Answer is right down here. There's a little blue. Second, and then that'll answer, and then it'll subtract it for me. So that's 56.3. 56.3 degrees. Remember, all of these have to add up to 180. Okay, let's find the missing angle. Now I'm noticing that this is an opposite and this is a hypotenuse. And opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So that's what I'm going to want to use. So sine of n, that's the angle I'm looking for, n degrees, is equal to 25 over 31. So to get n, to get n degrees, I'm going to have to use that inverse symbol, sine inverse of 25 all over 31. Let's go ahead and put that in the calculator. Clear. Second sine, and that is 31. No, opposite was 25. 25 divided by 31. And let's see what the calculator says. Calculator says 53.8. So this answer is approximately 53.8 degrees. Let's take a look at this. Notice I have an adjacent and I have a hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse are cosine. So I'm going to write cosine of z degrees is equal to adjacent, which is 28, all over 51. To get z by itself, I have to introduce that cosine inverse symbol, and then we're going to put the ratio inside that inverse. So let's go ahead and get cosine inverse. Let me clear that out. Second cosine, and this is going to be 28 divided by 51. And our angle will be 56.7. So this is approximately 56.7 degrees. All right, this is an opposite for this angle W, and this is an adjacent. An opposite and adjacent, a good one would be tangent. So tangent of angle W, or W degrees, is equal to 25 all over 17. So W degrees will equal tan inverse of 25 over 17. We'll let the calculator figure that out. So this is going to be, let's clear, second tangent, and this is 25 divided by 17. And then enter, and this is 55.8 degrees, so approximately 55.8 degrees. Let's go ahead and use an application problem. Here we have a ladder, and this is 6 feet from the wall. The wall is 65 feet. Let's see if we can figure out the angle to the nearest degree. So this is an opposite for angle X, and this is an adjacent. So this clearly looks like tangent. Tangent of X degrees is equal to, remember, the opposite, which is 6, over the adjacent. So X degrees, and use this inverse symbol, tan inverse of 6 over 15. Let's use our calculator. Tan inverse, And this is 6 divided by 15. And this angle is 21.8 degrees. 21.8 degrees.